to Super Chat right here on WCCB, Charlotte CW, and I'm your host, Jess. Here with my guests, we have Jonathan Rosenbaum and Kay Farmer. Kay goes to a lot of movies and knows like the good ones before they come out, so I'm curious to hear what she has to say about some of the new releases. And Jonathan, we got to talk to you too. We're going to learn more about your art, but one of the characters this week was the Elongated Man, and if you have, that's the Elongated Man, right?
Well, I was going to say is in this episode, they called him Plastic Man.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, wait, let me bring this. I had a piece that I did Marvel DC characters together, and Plastic Man was one that I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, he did remind me more of Plastic Man. I mean, I was looking at the different elastic superheroes.
Yeah.
DC happens to have two.
Yep.
For some reason.
Who needs only one?
Because, yeah, exactly. and Plastic Man has been more of the goofy character, which this one definitely reminded me of.
Yeah. But he doesn't like that name.
Yeah, well, you know.
I bet you
Elongated Man is much better, but still.
Yeah, I bet you they're going to combine the idea of the character. So this week on The Flash, the Plastic Man or Elongated Man is the villain of the week, unbeknownst to him, really. But he's having a tough time with his face and everything there. Yeah. Funny episode.
Villain of the week.
Yeah, he is. And then they actually Barry invites him onto the team. First of all, Barry reveals his identity again.
Yeah, again, why not?
Barry be telling everybody who he is.
Yeah.
And man, so he should just change his outgoing voicemail message to I'm Barry Allen, the Flash.
Also known as the Flash.
Yep, at this point. He invites this guy, Ralph Dibny, to be part of the team. They used to be co-workers together on the police force, and apparently he was doing some perjury and planting of evidence, but it seems like he had good intentions. So it seems like Barry saw the good in him, invited him on the team after originally Barry got him kicked off the police force. Yeah. So there's probably still some bad blood, but apparently this guy's on Team Flash now. So welcome.
Yeah, that was a
Ralph.
surprise. So all of a sudden adding, I guess they got rid of Julian for this season, so might as well have a awkward person on the team.
We need another awkward, although they're all awkward. That's the beauty of the show.
See, I wasn't surprised because the Flash and the Elongated Man were both members of the Justice League. So for me, I was just I saw it coming.
Yeah.
I think they're going to be friendly. They're going to be, because they're very chummy.
Yeah.
So I saw that.
And they, as we saw last week, Wally West flew the coop. So we needed, I guess, another meta, maybe part of the group. Although I'm sure that the graphic editors are like, oh, now we're doing this too.
Yeah.
We had the speed settings down to edit. I have a question though for you guys about Wally West. We heard that Victor Garber is leaving Legends of Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Do you think that, now in this last episode of Legends of Tomorrow, if you watch it, they kind of alluded to breaking up Firestorm and allowing Martin Stein to go back home with his grandson. Do you think Wally's going to enter the Legends cast?
It's feasible. He is time and space is something they're all used to.
Yeah.
It's definitely a possibility. Yeah. I thought it was more, especially since his daughter named her son Ronnie. I was like, well, maybe they'll find a way to bring him back.
That would be
maybe
cool.
he'll come from another world, and because it only makes sense. Then you have two Firestorms, but I was like, that would be, especially with the crossover coming up and people from different Earths coming in. I was like, this would be a great time for that.
It would be. And I always hold out for our long lost cast members to come back. Him and then Roy Harper from Arrow. I would love to see him back. I just love Roy Harper. So I think he'll be a cool fit to the team, the Elongated Man, but I do have some trust issues. Do you guys agree?
With which
Elongated Man?
Yeah, but that's part of what they've done. There's trust issues with Caitlin.
Yeah.
And they brought her
That's
back.
true. She hiding something. And speaking of, we saw that creepy message when she got home to her apartment. It said, "We miss you, Caitlin," and she seemed very alarmed. And now I've heard that this is supposed to be the mechanic that she's working for, kind of like a street villain. What do you think is going on with her? Do you think that her whole, clearly she's kind of working with some kind of criminal underbelly. Do you think it's related at all to the Thinker on some level?
I think that some of Caitlin's issues have to do with her powers taking over her personality. Yeah. And probably her dealing with that, because obviously she got over some of it in the fact that she came back to the team.
Very quickly, too.
Well, what was the time frame between when Barry was gone?
Well, I guess it was essentially the summer.
I think it was supposed to be about 6 months.
6 months, yeah. So, I mean, she had it like 6 months to kind of...
Well, she had 6 months to do some sketchy stuff.
Yeah,
and then they're like, hey, you want to come back? She's like, oh, sure.
Yeah, sure, it's out of my system.
I was just waiting for you to come.
But it seems like, it still controls her, but at least she's been able to kind of push it back a bit. So
I want to know if her Star Lab salary is equal to her bartending salary. Because it could be if it's the right bar.
It's not really a functioning Star Lab.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And as we noticed, one of the best guest stars we've had, Danny Trejo, who is the Breacher, Gypsy's dad. He is one of the bounty hunters, and he did call them out for their security. Which, okay, do you guys think that's maybe a nod to he's going to come back?
Oh, I hope he comes back. I feel like you don't cast a character like that.
Yeah.
No. If it being Danny Trejo and he not come back.
A lot too,
True.
So that would be
And I think the point that their security is bad, but if you can vibe places, I mean, it doesn't really matter what your security is.
You're going to get him regardless.
Yeah, exactly. But I think it has. Now, I want to know your opinion. Do you think he may be integral in helping with Clifford DeVoe in the end, with the Thinker? Do you think they may call upon the Breacher's powers?
I think they're going to need all the help.
I think
he
so
can
too.
get at this point.
Wrangle everybody.
Because it just seems like he's always a step ahead. It's like and he's like the best chess player in the world.
Yeah.
Like and every time they think they know what they're doing.
Because he's watching them. Yeah. And he, as we saw, Ralph Dibny was working with him unbeknownst to him. Mm-hmm. So Barry is piecing now together do you think that we'll know before the mid-season finale, do you think that that the team will be on to who the Thinker is and chasing him already?
I think he'll probably reveal, he'll reveal himself to the team. I think we'll know some stuff as the audience, stuff going on. But I think that's a good kind of mid-season cliffhanger.
Yeah.
And then, when it comes back, it'll probably come full force.
Yeah, and did you catch, and I think it was this episode, remember when Barry was just out of the Speed Force and he was saying a lot of gibberish? And he said, this house is bitchin'. Did you guys catch the reference with Joe? I think it was actually last
episode where he had said it. And he's like, yeah, this house is bitchin'. She's like, what?
Yeah. Yes. And so, it's maybe more of a Joe era saying. Yeah. But now, do you think, so Barry is clearly saying things that are in the future. Do you think they'll have to somehow tap into Barry's Speed Force subconscious
to see that?
To maybe solve the Thinker problem? Because he seems to have future foresight. So maybe they'll go back to that room where he was writing on the walls.
And see some of that stuff and try to,
I mean, I wouldn't, with Cisco and everything, I wouldn't be surprised if they took pictures or something.
Yeah.
He's like, I didn't tell you guys this, but I've been looking into this all along.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for him to come in with
That's how it will definitely be. He'll be like, I have a shirt made and everything.
And a name for it,
But how do you like the season of The Flash so far? Like, a lot of people did not like season 3. In season 4, what's your thoughts on it so far?
Well, I mean, I think part of the problem that I've been having some of the season thing, or some of the issues in the past, is all the time going back and then fixing it and going back and forth, and what timeline is a little confusing.
Yeah.
So I think, and also, it's kind of, even though Wally's gone, it's kind of nice to not have a bunch of different speedsters. Yeah. And everyone's a speedster.
Although they've been talking about Jesse Quick a lot.
Yeah. They did. But in the same respect, it's like, before there's like a speedster against a speedster, it's kind of nice having different metas, I guess, on the show.
Yeah. Do you feel similar?
I was gonna say, I feel like it probably helps the Flash budget to not have too many speedsters.
And they're like, yes, but now they got the elastic.
That's got to be a tough thing to do. Is all the elastic stuff.
I can't imagine doing it.
Unless, of course, they kind of figure it out. So, hey, we can do this. Let's bring.
Yeah, let's keep using it.
Let's lose. Yeah,
exactly. We paid for the program. Well, we're going to take a look at the trailer for next week's Flash. Apparently, he goes on a bachelor party, which looks fun, and we're going to be right back to talk about Arrow.
Bachelor party! Girls, get out!
Thank you guys for coming.
You're gonna need to walk this off.
Or run it off, because I'm the Flash.
Woo! Did you girls order a stripper?
Take it off. I meant take off your pants, not your eyes.
Have we heard from the guys yet?
What did you just do? I swing, got peanuts from a bar.
The Flash, all new this Tuesday at 8/7 Central on the CW.